Wagner Group sustained significant losses in clashes with Central African Republic rebels.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Wagner Group has sustained significant losses in the Central African Republic, according to images and video footage obtained by Middle East Eye. Wagner is struggling to protect its presence in Kar, with opposition sources in the African country telling me that Russian fighters were being redeployed and replaced by Rwandans. In June, the U.S. Treasury imposed sanctions on 4 companies connected to Wagner and to gold and diamond operations in Kar. According to me sources in Sudan and Kar, the Russian military group is also supporting the Sudanese paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, which has been at war with the Sudanese armed forces since April. Wagner has been involved in the transit of weapons across the border into the Darfur region of western Sudan, with opposition sources in Kar stressing that RSF soldiers have also crossed into eastern Kar from Sudan. According to Kar opposition sources, it was recorded after aggressive clashes between rebels and government forces backed by Wagner in the village of Binaga Bingi in the northwest of the country. The presence of Wagner forces in the Central African Republic has enabled Bangui to help Sudan's RSF across the border. There is wide regional competition between France and Russia in the region, including Kar, Sudan, Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, Gabon and other West and Central African countries in a movement that stands against the French influence in the region, said a source from an international organization, who asked not to be named because they are not authorized to talk to the media.
This post received a score of 7,800, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Oh dear, won't someone please think of the poor mercenaries?
Poor war criminals.
Terrorists no asterisk because they're not mutually exclusive.
Add back mercenaries too while you're at it, they're all 3.
Also, they told me you guys look like dorks.
They look like dorks.
Well, they had their heavy assets seized by the Kremlin, so it's no wonder they're getting beat. You can't fight those rebels without heavy weaponry nowadays.
It's simply lack of air force and intelligence that made greatest difference.
Yeah, I heard that one of the many problems with modern militaries in general is that their soldiers are too dependent on air and artillery support to back them up. From my limited understanding, in scenarios that such fire support is negated, many soldiers are often blindsided, and fail to adapt to their unfamiliar situations.
Greater than many soldiers are often blindsided, yeah, especially when they're on foreign land.
And they're doing it solely for the money. And they expect to fight untrained, barely trained, badly trained and badly equipped enemies who lack coordination or much heavy equipment themselves.
There are some atrocious human rights violating militias operating in Kar. Wagner is just another one of them. May they reap what they sow, and they've done some sowing. Besides that, the Prez just changed the constitution, by vote, but shady, to become a forever Prez. What do people have to lose? Wagner are his enforcers.
What a shit show. Sad stuff.
Alternate headline. Wagner has car trouble.
Call for a few taxis to get them out of Africa.
Taxis de Le Mans?
Good. Fuck Wagner.
Fuck all PMCs.
Wagner is a defanged group without Pringles. Too bad Pringles himself is such a wimpy ass fuck that gives up halfway.
It's crazy that he was even in Moscow. I read he was exiled in Belarus. I can't imagine even Pringles would have thought Putin was gonna be water under the bridge, and let him back into the fold.
Who is running the Wagner show these days?
From their current performance, I'm willing to bet some Russian mod leader installed by Putin.
I read something about that, but I forget which Africa country was being referred to. The Russian mod sent some official to say something along the lines that cooperation would continue but that the Russian mod would replace Wagner in that role.
Oh, I shouldn't say how nice, but Vermins do need to be eradicated.
That's gotta be embarrassing.
Wagner seems to can't catch a break.
Let's hope that trend continues.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch of murderers.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.